We had a few breaks, but oh, there we go. I hear myself.
We have audio?
Hi everyone. We're here for realsies now.
Wonderful. We just spoke for a while without having any kind of audio. It's fantastic.
Yeah, hi Daniel. That was a bit awkward. Just imagine we just talked about stuff. Yeah. Okay, we'll start from the start because obviously we didn't actually do the start for realsies. I'm Elso, and I'm here with sometimes called Chris. And yeah, we're just getting ready for our first match. Cal versus Theme Bob. Who was it? I'm so slow. Can I find it? Oh, Serpent Rider. Yeah.
And I'm having trouble remembering where things are in the first place. I'm casually sitting here trying to work with like 8 different windows all simultaneously, so that's fun.
Yeah, it must be. I am not a great multitasker, so I'll let you do what you have to do. I'll try and fill in the gaps. I did play against Daniel yesterday, and apparently he played against you as well yesterday, so that's pretty cool. Still waiting on our one person. Maybe that's just a forfeit soon. I'm not sure. Not up to me. Yeah, so if this match is go on, if we can find our second person, it's Seed 4 versus Seed 5, I believe, so that's... Oh, okay, we've got contacts with the other player, so hopefully that starts soon. I'm kind of excited to see some close matches today. So hopefully we get some of those. We've got quite a few matches as well. Oh, static. Is that me? No, that's not me. Okay. Yeah, quite a few matches. I think all games are being streamed. We're a little bit behind schedule, but that's okay.
When has an event not been behind schedule?
So true. Being on time is a little bit overrated.
So, shortly we will have our first matchup. I'm just going to say there's Star.
Yeah. Oh, I might call them Cal. It's the first thing that shows up. Maybe Star as well. I don't know. Figure it out when we get there. Okay, okay, so the second person's getting on, and I'm gonna predict, okay, like 45 seconds. Oh, right now. That's okay. Okay, hopefully we can just get into it. Are you not going to join the lobby, Chris?
No, I just watch on stream because spectators tend to cause a little bit of lag.
Yeah, well, I can't watch on such a small screen. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know, blind.
It's reasonable.
So hopefully we can just get started with this. Everyone's here, so hopefully everyone just readies up and we can just get into it. Okay, one ready, and just one more. There we go. Off and away we go. Hopefully nothing, no DCs or anything happens. But we can only hope.
My internet's just going to be dying on me apparently, and I'm just going to end up not being able to see what's going on. But
okay,
I'll do my best to stick around as much as I can.
Yeah, I will try to cover for you if something happens. But off with some. I'll just a little bit off topic. Just the colors. I can't play with that colors, so I think it's quite impressive that Serpent Rider can. But back on topic, I'm not really concerned about garbage in Phase 1.
Yeah, playing with the customized colors is very challenging.
Yeah, it looks very pretty though, I must say. Like, I've tried because it looks nice, but I just can't. Serpent Rider first is zone, they didn't have a full zone charge, so this won't be a lot. Yeah, Cal deciding to...
They did get pushed up very high though.
Yeah, but with a couple eyes, they're going to be able to deal with that. Able to get the a small advantage over Serpent Rider, but still clean garbage, so it should be okay. I think Serpent struggled a little bit.
Apparently the room was set up a bit funky. The room was set up a bit wrong. This should be a first to 5, but it's currently set to first to 2. So we'll just keep track of score on our own. All good.
Okay. Are we gonna have to do the top out thing later?
Unlikely, but well, it depends on how the game ends up.
Okay, Phase 2 now, this is where we start to see the garbage start to get a little bit messy. I will say, something that I learned quite recently, the way that garbage is messy in Phase 2 is kind of like Tetria messy, where it's only messy in chunks, mostly. So, I think I didn't know that, and I found that quite interesting. And Cal's gonna have access to that Tetris well to bring them down to quite a reasonable level, but a bit of an awkward L there.
This garbage may be Phase 2, but due to the quantity of small garbage being sent, this looks quite cheesy.
Yeah, definitely.
It could almost pass for Phase 3.
Yeah, ooh, with Cal with a huge chunk of garbage being forced to zone, but struggling a little bit with the downstack, but they hopefully are going to be able to negate most of the damage, and
I think they were trying for figuring out how to get a teaspoon out of there, and just couldn't do that properly.
Yeah, quite a
that
nice
is going to be a quite steep decline. There's quite a lot of garbage to work through.
Yeah, Serpent Rider's doing quite well with the downstack, I think. Reasonably well, at least. And got a T-spin, but couldn't couldn't cash it in because it was a little bit too high and couldn't get the kick right, I think.
Good 14 lines put Servant Rider back into a big phase.
Yeah, Servant Rider.
May end with yep, there it goes.
Yeah, it's alright. Uh, 6-3 from Kel. Personally, that's the way I open. So I'm happy to see that. But 9-0 is also good. Ooh, with eye dependency is gonna make it a little bit hard and gonna force Servant Rider to the zone. Let's see how well they can get out of this sticky situation. Well, still not in a great spot, and that's gonna top them out. So Kel with the pressure like early on, and it works. So that's good, and now we're gonna have to figure out how we can do this.
Both players just pretty much have to press retry.
Are we gonna make it that way, or make it first to 5 and make Serpent Rider top out twice?
We can just. I'm keeping track of it as well, so.
Okay. Oh, I think we might be
players can just press retry.
Yeah, we got quite a close matchup here, so that's good to see. And Andy, if you could just fix it, please. Andy, can you fix the room, please? Thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay, hopefully we can just get back into it.
And of course, it's nothing without a little bit of technical difficulties here and there.
Yeah, I hoped that this wouldn't happen, but alas, it happened, and nothing that we can do. Oh, Andy, there's like static on the screen, on the stream. Do you know how to fix that? Oh, I think it's. I don't know. It's okay. I think. I don't know. I'm not listening to myself, so I don't have to deal with it. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think Serpent Rider is gonna top out twice now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Quality, topping out.
What a tough game for Serpent right there. I mean, that was a killer.
Yeah, I would like to see the rotate there to top out a little bit faster, but not there. Going for the DPM.
Well, in order to drop out faster efficiently, you also need to take full advantage of IRS.
Yeah, and also binding multiple keys to hard drop. Also, that is a good strategy to topping out faster.
Ooh, that Serpent was about to get into a very sticky situation. Good bit of down stack and time out.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea to tank like a few lines. Like you can tank pretty high up in phase 1 because the garbage is so clean. But it can get pretty risky, so I don't blame them for not tanking. Both its full zone and Serpent Rider is gonna pop first. And ooh, is that a DT?
Looks to be a good zone with all of those eyepieces that came.
Yeah, Kel with the DT, and that's gonna give them a lot of efficiency in it. Ooh, going for a weird donation, and it works out. That was quite impressive. And gonna get the ulti. That's very good with that Iris as well.
Sends a good large chunk of damage there, but
yeah,
with Serpent tanking it there a little bit and getting access to these wells very quickly can right out of it.
Yeah, and there's not really much to say so early on. The first zone is often probably my favorite zone because you can get quite high zone lines because of the clean garbage and the long zone timer as well. Serpent Rider deciding to pop zone now. Going for the triple, I like that instead of just going for the single. And a good T-spin as well, but that last bit of garbage is going to be difficult to reach, and they're not going to be able to do that.
Large spike on Pulsite is allowing them to get lots of lines very quickly.
Yeah, they've got a huge zone here, and Serpent with only a quarter zone is going to have to try and whip something out of nothing.
And with this being phase 3 here, this is very hard to work through, especially with all of the garbage.
Yeah, good combo.
Short zones and garbage just do not work out very nicely in phase 3.
Yeah, that might be the end. Yeah, Serpent Rider with quite a few good combos to try and get that quarter zone, and they got it. Unfortunately, not able to. Cal deciding to half zone there, and covering the well as well with the eyepiece that they can use to Tetris. But it seems like the efficiency will pay off. Ooh, that eye isn't, I don't think, is where they wanted it to go, but
it was a very creative set of line crews there today.
Yeah, definitely.
With not as many lines attacked, this may be another win. Another quick win.
Yeah, it got a little bit of cheese before the clean for Serpent, so hopefully they can.
that eyepiece awkwardly placed, this may be pretty hard to get out of.
Ooh, that's gonna be it for Serpent. And 4-0 now. Are we gonna see a sweep? I hope we don't, because this is quite a good matchup. It certainly wouldn't feel like a sweep if it did happen. I think Serpent definitely deserves to not be swept, but if Cal decides, ooh, T-spin triple out of the PCO, that didn't quite work out. I don't think I've seen that. Ooh, and all this clean to help charge zone. And
the clean center row right there just gave lots of power. With a couple more line clears here, we'll give a max zone with a beautiful well and a lot of room to be able to continue on.
Yeah, Serpent's gonna be first to pop zone. I think Cal's board state is better, I think, so if they can capitalize on that and get a good zone there, the game could be like, yeah, maybe not with that 40 zone from Serpent.
Couple weird tucks there, but that was really close to a
huge chunk.
21.
Oh, good cancelling from Serpent, and then eventually the tank.
One very clean line in there. One very clean column of garbage. Just going to give Serpent a lot of stuff to work with. Now, with this being phase 2, garbage is messier, and so Serpent now has to get out of quite a few lines some their way. Ruined. With a really high board, Kyle there is almost out of it, but has done a lot of digging down. That was good to go. Couple more clears and he'll be in the clear. That pun was not actually intended, but whatever happens.
It's a little bit difficult to see who's ahead in the situation. I think they're pretty close, both with a reasonable amount of garbage, but reasonably clean as well, and approximately the same height. Stefan's a little bit higher now, but definitely going to be able to get down quite easily, I think.
Well, Serpent doesn't seem to be playing quite as efficient, but they seem to also play a little bit faster in many scenarios.
Yeah, I'm seeing Cal with a few creative T-spins, and that's TPs is a little bit unfortunate. I'm
doing a rough misstep.
Yeah, go and try and do a weird. I'm not sure what that's going to do.
I think they were attempting for some sort of really strange T-spin there, but
yeah, it looked like a fat SDSD, I think, but didn't quite work out.
With that is not a sweep.
Yeah, and that's good to see, because I think Serpent Rider deserves that. Deserve that.
these players are quite equal to each other. A very close matchup. I'm not sure if all matchups will be this close, but they are very entertaining to see.
Yeah, I certainly hope we do see some close matches like this. Ooh, Serpent Rider with a potential curve there. I don't think they were going for it though, but setup looked very clean for a curve, so I'll point it out when I see it.
Oh yeah, one thing that should be mentioned is both commentators here today have gotten curb twisses in the past, and so seeing any kind of curb twist is like an, oh, you're part of us now.
Yeah, well, you just want to see it like everywhere, but you can't get what you want, unfortunately.
There have been times in non-Tetris Effect games where I've been like, this could work. If this were at the top of the board, this would be a wonderful Tetris setup.
Yeah, in the meantime, Serpent grabbing a second round. Ooh, I'm not sure what that opening was with like 2 tucks there, but quite interesting.
A bit of a weird tuck scenario came up there for Serpent, but from how they got out of that, I'm not sure if they know all of the ins and outs of the SRS.
Oh my god, Cal with a very greedy incomplete TST, quite high up on the board, but Serpent unfortunately wasn't able to capitalize on that greed and send a Tetris or a T-spin. But Cal with zone now, and such a clean well on the right there. Not enough eyepieces.
It was a bit high for a well though.
Yeah. Well, Serpent
with too high a well can become a lot worse.
Yeah, quite the opposite for Serpent now. Zoning from the very bottom of their board with potential PC. That was close. The RNG not quite there.
But this does mean that they do have the correct parity and could get a PC later on.
Yeah.
And Cal with the full zone leader there. And bit of an awkward stack to garbage, but with a couple line clears in there and with that D-spin, Cal should be able to get down and get a good powerful zone out of this shortly.
Yeah, I'm seeing a few times where I would like to see Cal zone, but unfortunately not. But they do.
But Serpent wasn't able to clear all of their damage from the attacks that Cal had sent, and so everything now is pretty much just raw attack power for Cal there.
Yeah. I think Serpent needed to clear as many lines as possible whilst Cal was in zone. Unfortunately, only able to get a quarter zone, but Serpent here able to get a second quarter zone. Some survival, hopefully, with some efficient down stacking and access to the well, but no eyepiece in sight. Ooh, pushed up to like row 19 there. Still alive though. But Cal is just trying to add to the just adding pressure, just trying to get that top out. Unfortunately, not quite succeeding in doing so. And Serpent with the 3/4 zone with an unfortunate miss drop and some awkward floating Minos there. Oh, this might be it. That's it.
And with that,
yeah, 5-2 for Cal. Winning convincingly, but the rounds themselves were much closer than the scores would suggest. I've got to go downstairs real quick. Sorry.
For the wonderful first matchup of the day. It'll be exciting to see what we have in the future for more matches today. Our next match, which we hope will occur, is Hammers versus Not a Bug. But I believe we are having a bit of some technical problems. Yeah, we will. Our next match here will hopefully begin relatively soon. We've got Hammers on one side versus Not a Bug on the other side. We hope.
Apologies, I am back.
Welcome back. We've got a fine matchup here.
Yeah, Amers and who is it? It's not Callaghan, is it?
Not a Bug is the other person.
Not a bug. Okay.
Though I have not seen any indication of their presence.
Are we going to be waiting on another person now? Seed 3 versus Seed 6 this time. A little bit of a further gap. Hopefully it's not going to be a thrashing. That wouldn't be nice to see. I think all the people in this are reasonably close. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We are missing Not a Bug here, so if they don't show up, then Hammers would be sent along on their own. And so far, that's what seems to be happening, is I have no indication of their presence.
So that's just a round win for Amers. So,
unless their opponent shows up, that will be what it is.
Or perhaps that's just a match we revisit till later, I'm not sure. Okay, so it looks like we are moving on. Seed 1 this time. Oxford, I believe you said they were a 10k SR player, so excited. Oh, we got
Oxford does have more than 10,000 SR.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to see. Okay, we got both of them in the lobby this time, so...
So we'll get this match going.
Yeah, hopefully we can just get into it.
And if Naughty does not show up by the end of this match, I will end up disqualifying them. And Amers will have a free pass if that occurs. But with that being said, we now get to see Oxford against Cal here.
Oh no. Okay, are we gonna top out? Is that what we're doing? Oh wait. It might be first to 5 already. Okay, you did, okay.
This is first to 5 and it is set properly. It's
Oxford.
It is currently set for first to 5, but Oxford's putting up a very strong game early on.
Yeah,
But Cal had a very nice down stack there, and with access to the well can quickly finish.
Yeah, Oxford was gifted a great 6-3 well, but just decided to build over it. This is a 3/4 zone as well, I might add. So, the right side was.
That was very close. That
yeah.
could have been if they just maybe.
Yeah, I don't think I saw them use IRS though, so perhaps that's a thing that we'll see today, but we'll continue hoping. Ooh. Kel with sending a huge chunk, 2 huge chunks, and that's going to top out Oxford. And Kel over 1 APP, that is mad efficient, that's crazy. Oh, flat top TKI from Kel, so maybe we'll see some LST here. LST gaming. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to use the LNS. Didn't know, but that's alright. Yeah, I'm seeing Cal going for a few donations, and they're always nice to see. Sometimes they don't line up quite as well as you would like, but Cal's also quite decent at cleaning all good bits up. And a bit of misdrop, but turns out into floating TSD, so that's nice to see. And both zones cancelling each other pretty well.
With what I'd consider overs though on Cal's side, that did make a bit awkward there, but quick T-spin and Tetris after a couple lines of digging puts Cal right back at the bottom of the board, and they're basically even again.
Yeah, seeing Oxford with the speed advantage, but Cal is playing very efficiently. So perhaps in with a chance for the upset, just based on seeding. And both zoning and Dexter Citrus for Oxford with 43 lines sent. the Perfectress out of Cal with, I think, basically the same amount of damage as well. So this time it's Oxford being more efficient, and Cal just clearing more lines within zone. So we'll see how
phase 3 has just begun.
Yeah, that is a good thing to point out. I'm very curious to see how good Oxford is at downstacking through cheese. And perhaps that's where they get their advantage against Cal, with just better downstacking, better survival, better zones, because speed within zone is important, especially in phase 3, as the time just depletes faster. Yeah, we can see Oxford down at the bottom of their board, just T-spin after T-spin, but Cal struggling at the top with a whole chunk of cheese under them.
Both players starting out with PCO and both players getting it.
Yeah, I think I saw another solution and I thought they missed it.
When there are multiple solutions to a puzzle and you only see one of them.
Yeah. Ooh, a bit of messy cheese out of phase 1. It's gonna be dealt with quite quickly though. But curious to see that it wasn't completely clean. Of course, I think there's a 10% chance that it doesn't come out in the same column, but I think I saw it yeah. Oh, Cal missing the T there. Let's see what they can turn that into. Okay, they just decide to skim it down. But if
couldn't Oxford making an awkward misdrop there, making the route inaccessible during the zone.
Ooh, Oxford being in a sticky situation, and oh, that's going to top them out. Cal in the lead once again. That's going to definitely give them a confidence boost, I'd say. Hopefully they can take that to win. Not having the PCO this time.
I do believe Cal here has a very strong preference towards the counterclockwise rotation.
Oh, do they only use one rotation?
No, they do occasionally use the clockwise rotation, but from what I see, a majority of the time they're using the counterclockwise rotation.
I think I saw it with that T-spin there. That's interesting. I think CZ only uses one rotation button, and it's very weird, and I'm not sure how, it works obviously, so I'm not one to judge, but oh, Cal not spinning the T into the slot, unfortunate there. But still in phase 2, so not quite messy garbage, and isn't really gonna be punished on that.
And Cal has access to one Tetris and then T-spin there, but Oxford is remaining almost always just clean as can be. Quick 15 lines already puts Oxford in a very powerful position.
Yeah, Cal being sent a huge chunk after these two smaller chunks, and gonna tank those two smaller chunks before going to zone. But not with the not very efficient at the start here. Gonna get okay, picking up the efficiency here, so that's better. It's good to see. But well, I would have liked them to squeeze a little bit more efficiency out of that. Gonna tank like 4 lines of cheese. I will point out
they
that
did just cause phase 3, so
yeah, I will point out
very
that
messy nowadays.
yeah, Cal is ahead in terms of points, which isn't all important, but it shows like who's more efficient usually. But that's not going to matter with the huge zone coming out of Oxford. Going to force a half zone, and I don't think the downstack is quite there. Tying it up 2-all, and yeah, you can just see how much faster Oxford is. Speed is might just be enough to get across the line here. Early misrub from Cal's not gonna make it so that T-spin clears no lines.
Beautiful time to access the well, but then quick misdrop covers it back up.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see why. Oh, PC within zone for Oxford. That was very. This is going to be a huge zone if they can get like an ulti, or perhaps even more. No, it's going to be Perfectress. Oh, only 49, so that's going to be manageable for Cal if they can get high efficiency and high zone lines. And it looks like they are going to try and be as efficient as possible. But not too many lines. It's going to be alright though. Negating like almost all of it.
Oxford has been showing their #1 spot with all of the SRS knowledge that it takes to correctly rotate S's and Z's in sometimes very awkward situations. Miscounting the 4 in the zone there puts Oxford bit high, but with the high hang due to whatever weird SS happened to be in control, they couldn't really go beyond that.
That last line from Cal, I believe they thought it was going to clear, but didn't
Both
quite have the right
close
type.
to phase 3. And phase 3 begins very shortly.
Yeah.
Because phase 3 has just begun.
Yeah, that all this garbage coming out of Oxford is going to be phase 3, so
making garbage much sturdier. Cal there with a nice color clear, but color clears mean nothing, which is very sad.
Both had no garbage on their boards, so they were at quite a even position. But Oxford is putting up the pressure all the way. Cal pushed all the way up to the top of their board. I don't think they've got quite the downstack to deal with it. They're gonna have to the zone prematurely. Oh, that T is going to be very difficult to work with. Especially because it's at the end. Oh, and a second misdrop T. These misdrops aren't helping Cal at all. Quarter zone now to try and deal with it. I think there's 2 lines within it. And Oxford has got a very clean setup to just put on pressure, and that's it. Yeah.
Takes game 3.
I think Oxford, for the first time in the lead, I think they've been tied or behind for the whole game. So that, yeah.
Cal at the beginning of this game just had a bit of a T misdrop there and spun a bit too early and didn't get the first T spin of the game. It seems like Cal's weakness here is T pieces, as they've misdropped many a T piece, putting them in a fairly awkward position.
Yeah, like right now, Oxford almost able to top Cal out, but quite still might. But I think this zone is going to be enough to get them out. Oh, a few awkward pieces though. Oxford deciding to zone the first time, I think. Unless I missed one. I might have. Oh, and that misdrop is gonna make it so that Oxford can't cash in that T-spin. Yeah, huge zone
that
there.
Is a very large.
That's not a T-spin triple Cal. Yeah, but good downstack from Cal. Just gonna let them defend against that zone. Even send quite a big chunk, but it comes out all clean.
Both players are remaining on somewhere on equal footing here. Because Oxford has the zone built up and he's going for it. The end of this may be phase 3.
Ooh, that okay. So what happened there was Oxford placed that J above row 20, so that's why that topped them out. The piece could spawn. Would have liked them to get a few more lines, but a big enough zone from Oxford's gonna get Cal to top out. Match point now for Oxford. Quite a good fight from Cal to get those few rounds. Let's see if they can get a few more rounds.
Oxford off to early in cleanliness here, where they'd gotten the first good chunk of time only sending lines and not receiving, and they're still right at the bottom of the board now with max zone.
Yeah, Cal was forced to zone there.
And this gives him time both to prepare for the incoming attack and send like that.
Yeah, I must say I don't.
There's a lot of damage for Oxford to tank though, so it's be interesting how they get out of it.
Yeah, Oxford's zone usage I think could be timed a little bit better, but it seems like it might just be enough though. With a huge amount of damage coming onto Cal's side. and only a half zone to defend. Let's see how they deal with it. Hopefully it's enough. Oh no, still over a full board. That might.
That's a lot of that.
Oh, God of Water Zone. I did not see that. That should be enough to negate the damage. Still gets about half a board though, so not all of it.
And what looked to be either an IMIS drop or just a really creative way of convincing us that they're stacking up more. Cal got in a bit of an awkward situation there, but Oxford taking full advantage of this for what looks to be yet another very large zone.
Yeah, ooh, Cal's got a fractal. A good way to start zone with that very high efficiency. Yeah, and a very, very good cleanup. Got no more garbage left, and 19 lines, 51 attack. That was very, very, very high, but it was still not enough to send garbage off to Oxford. Instead, tanking quite a bit.
Oxford's been doing a lot of sending damage there. But it's really hard for Cal to get anywhere. It's mostly just downstacking how much Oxford is sending.
Yeah. And it just continues. It seems like it's not going to stop. Just Oxford just playing Ultra here, just teaspoons and Tetrises. And a zone as well. This is going to be huge. This might be overwhelming for Cal. Sends just under a board of damage, and receives also just a little bit under. But,
two very large chunks of garbage there just did it, and
yeah,
Oxford wins the set.
So Cal unfortunately not able to pull off the upset, but still quite a good fight, especially at the beginning there. But yeah, we just saw Oxford just pummeling with damage there. So I'm curious now. Are we gonna go to not a bug and Amis again, or is that just a forfeit?
That seems to be a forfeit, because I have not seen anything at all in Not a Bug whatsoever. Instead, we have a different next match, if I can find it correctly. I believe this will be Daniel against Amers now.
Sorry, was it Daniel and Amers?
I believe so. Yep, that is
okay.
What is next in these matches.
Excited to see that. Yeah, I'm excited to see how Amers plays. We've had 2 close matches in a row. So yeah, this whole bracket I feel like is quite close together, which is good to see.
And Daniel here being the number 2 seed of the bracket. I've played him many a time. He is a very good player. And we are going very quickly here. So
yeah, good to see.
Yeah.
Good to see. Just to see it move on. We've had a few delays, but just right into it. That's good to see.
Daniel's starting out with a good classic DT cannon here.
Always very nice to see. Yeah, it seems like that Emmons has a little bit of a speed disadvantage, but they're dealing with it quite well though. So, ooh, a misdrop S and C.
Quick misdrop ends up sending it very quickly the wrong way. Daniel there with a fun little opener that I didn't quite entirely catch, but then seems to be going into a mid-game DT.
And C-spin actually. That garbage lined up quite well.
DT C-spin, wonderful.
Yeah, that quite lucky from them, and that might be enough to top Emmons out. Yeah,
that same luck.
Yeah, winning that convincingly using a lot of skill and also a little bit of luck with that C-spin there. Mostly skill though, I'd say.
Daniel with another DT opener. Here it's a T-spin off of the opener there, and now is doing a lot of 6-3 stacking. Amherst has a bit of a awkward stack here with a few lines here and there. Should.
Ooh.
O's came at just the wrong time there.
Yeah, not you. I believe. Yeah, they've got half zone. Didn't opt to use it. Maybe we'll see that in the future rounds. You often lose track of zone. I feel like. Is a little bit of AFKing at the start there. It's still phase 1, so lots of clean, and there we go, dealt with it. And it's like Emmons was never AFK.
Daniel made a very nice super T-spin double into 4 wide. Hammers making do with their stack as they're down. Got down at the bottom for, I think, the first time this set so far, as Daniel seems to not be putting on quite as much steam this game.
What? Is this like
a T-spin hole? A T-spin hole and an STSD there. It puts a lot of pressure on T-spin.
Yeah, that was quite weird, but makes it work. And a huge combo down, and I would like to see Amma's zone soon. Oh.
Both players do have full zone, so
Yeah, but Daniel's already putting a lot of pressure without zone. And there we go, Emma's popping zone. And followed closely behind by Daniel. Oh, quite a nice 7-2 stack here. LST-esque kind of stacking there. Yeah, and just a lot of garbage coming onto Emma's side with no zone charge to defend against that because they just used it. And it's match point for Daniel. Yeah, just playing really fast and really efficient with very good setups.
Daniel with a nice little opener there, being incredibly. This is an opener I haven't seen before that Daniel is playing because they did pretty much the exact same thing as this in the previous rounds. Got away with it really well.
Yeah, I'm not too quite familiar with this opening either. I believe it's like a TSS into gonna get the sweep. Daniel winning quite convincingly, I think. Emma's being sent to the lower bracket. Hopefully they bode well in that side. So I believe the upper bracket is going to be Oxford versus Daniel. That matchup will be good. I feel like
that will be winners finals. Yes. The next match we will go to is Amers versus Serpent Rider here.
Ooh, I think the lobby died.
The quick new lobby here is we're about to kick into. This is. I forget how hard how losers bracket works. So it's losers quarters. Losers quarters. Amers versus Serpent Rider. The due to not a bugs. Lack of showing up.
Absence.
Cal also in the losers bracket is just continuing on as normal to losers semis. So we will get to see hopefully soon. Except it would help if I knew that there's a new room code and I should actually share that with people. And this may be the first high-stakes match, as both of these players were beat by their opponents, and therefore they must now compete to stay in the bracket, and therefore tournament, rather than just competing to stay in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, it's definitely more nerve-wracking to be in the lower bracket. But someone's got to lose, unfortunately. So we'll see who that is.
And while we wait for a player to get into the lobby, fair bit ago, Serpent Rider had redeemed Hydrate on Stacking Arena. Now you may not be able to see this, but because you redeemed that, I grabbed my very large water jug, and I've been drinking out of it since then.
I've got my water bottle beside me as well. I'll take a swig of water right now. Okay, actually no, that's a bad idea, but no ASMR today.
I think my jug here is like half a gallon or something like that. But it's a lot of water, and so it's very handy for on days where I like spending all my day coding and things like that. If I program or play Tetris for an entire day, just having water by my side is handy that I don't have to fill up often.
Yeah, I don't have a jug. I've just got a water bottle. I don't know. Water bottles are great.
Alright, so it seems that we will be getting to our next matches here shortly. Both players are in the lobby. Are getting ready to go.
Let's go.
According to the location information that is given, both of these players are from the UK.
That is quite curious. Maybe they're like next door neighbors or something. And okay, here we go. Moving right along.
And now I have to go back to monitoring 6 things at once. I like these times in between because it just gives me a moment of relaxing.
Yeah, I must say this is quite more like this is a little bit more. I don't know, words draining on me than I remembered.
Both players here not starting with an opening, and both doing just some freestyling here early on.
I think that's okay though with phase 1 and zone charging. Nothing wrong with a bit of 9-0ing or 6-3.
Nemers gets to take full advantage of that very clean garbage here. A quick way to get a Tetris victory.
Serpent Rider gonna pop zone first. Not the most efficient start, but setting up a few Tetrises, which is good to see.
Both players getting 14 lines fairly quickly, though Serpent Rider seems to have popped out at that point. And Amorous could get a couple more here, but gets 3 more, and with that just about gets lined up nicely. This is still match 1 as we're about 2 minutes into this. In phase 2 right now.
Yeah, we're getting blessed with close matches today. Okay, that's gonna be game 1. We're in for a very long game. Set of matches, I think. But it's always good to see.
I've had matches in the past that have lasted a good 10-15 minutes before.
Yeah, I don't think I've reached 15 minutes, but certainly 10. Maybe a couple 12-minute matches. Yeah. It reaches a point where you realise how long you've played.
Yeah, and score attack and classic score attack matches often go 25-30 minutes long. Those get to be quite grueling at times.
Yes,
I believe I have some recordings of tournament matches in score attack that have lasted a good hour and a half.
Oh my, that's quite a lot of Tetris.
Oh no, it's just that my opponent and I often take like half an hour to get through the entirety of a match, and so they end up going for very long periods of time.
Yeah.
Servant with a high board here, but misdrops that 0. Hammers with the zone of their own, but S-piece misdrop on their side creates a little bit of a hole that is cleaned up here. Serpent with the T donation on the side going into a combo that adds a little bit of power there, but it'll take a little bit of effort to clean up on any side.
Yes, Serpent. Oh, that's gonna. I was about to say just putting like a lot of pressure on, and it's gonna be enough to top Emma's out. Both players going with 9-0, but unfortunately Ammon's misdropped a little bit, so getting out of that 9-0.
Garbage on Serpent's side has been a bit messy for phase 1, but sometimes the RNG just says, you know what, let's make today bad.
RNG often makes my days bad. I'm just an unlucky person, I suppose. Oh, nice counter 4 from Serpent here. Oh, are they gonna... Don't go for the T-spin, please. Just Tetris it. Oh no. It's okay.
Now into the zone of their own as they quickly get into the double digits here.
Yeah, oh, using the T.
Garbage coming their way, and a bit of an awkward stack to work through.
Yeah, Serpent using the T to set up a T-spin, but didn't quite get the second T in time, so I had to opt out of it. Leaving a little bit of an awkward board, but it's okay because they're at the bottom of their board.
Nemmer's being really high here, and a bit of garbage to work through. And it's slightly messy due to phase 2, but that'll do it, and Serpent Rider takes game 3. Serpent's starting out with PCO, but I don't believe that is... Nope, that is not a possible PCO. At least that particular attempt of a solve did not work.
Yeah, I believe they mixed up S and Z's. L and J's, I mean, sorry. Maybe, I'm not sure. Ooh, Emma's with a little bit of an awkward board, but hopefully they can find a way to get through it. If that's just that one cheese hole that's giving them a little bit of struggle, but it looks like they're going to get out of it, and just in time as well. I believe like one piece away from topping out.
Nara's got all the way down to the bottom of their board with max sound meter now as well, so that can lead to a very powerful sound if done right. Like Serpent on the other hand gets a quick 14 lines there.
Yeah, Amos has a
really
full zone to defend. Yeah, but just clearing singles and doubles, this is highly inefficient, but hopefully they've cleared enough lines to make it enough to cancel it. Oh no, still over a full board of garbage, unfortunately. And just trying to combo their way down. They've got a quarter zone again, but are they going to use it? Oh, unfortunately not. And Serpent Rider on match point now. PCO solve for Serpent. Yeah, they see it, that's good. And that's going to send Amos all the way up. But goes all the way back down with that clean phase 1 garbage. With PCOs are always clean in any game. But nonetheless, good way to get down. Ooh, and weird messy garbage in phase 1. Is at the bottom there. Yeah, but not
bit of garbage here that Amos has to work through in order to get down the point in contention. So.
Oh,
ooh, but a rough Amos drop is an instant top out there.
Yeah, ending a little bit sooner than I think they would have liked, but a sweep for Serpent Rider, and unfortunately that's going to be it for Amos.
Well, we still got to thank Amos for coming around and putting up with all of the difficulties that we've had getting this particular event working. So with that, next we have Kami Starback against Serpent Rider here in the losers semifinals match.
Okay, we're like 4 matches away, I think, from ending this. So moving along.
We've got 5 possible matches left today.
Oh yeah, the bracket reset, of course. This matchup. What do I think? Have they? Was this the first match? Yeah, it was. Yeah, Cal beat Serpent Rider 5-2. So a rematch.
We've got a rematch up in here.
Yeah. Maybe Serpent Rider warmed up from last game, so that might play a factor. And then that gives Serpent Rider the momentum. So we'll see how this goes. The mentality is a huge part of Tetris. Basically any game, but I think especially so in Tetris.
It looks like we might end up with another no-show. We'll find out.
How long did they get
we may have
before
to go. Well, I believe officially they just have to be on deck for their matches at all times. So we should always be given a little bit of leeway because people are in different time zones, and maybe one person just happens to be at lunch or supper right now or something like that.
Yeah. So it seems like we might just be moving along to the next match. Daniel versus Oxford. Yeah, this is going to be a high-level close match, I think. Seed 1 and Seed 2. We'll see how this goes. I think Call Me was in a Cal was in a ranked match. But I think Serpent Riders left the lobby. I'm not sure if that's me, if the game is a bit bugged. I don't know, it looks a bit weird for me.
It's always a fun issue of one person is happens to be elsewhere, because these matches can go on for longer than some people may expect, and so if you have to wait for your match for a while, you might decide to go in to get other things. So.
Yeah,
we got our matchup here, and we get to begin shortly. Serpent Rider versus Colony Star. In losers semifinals, the winner of this will take on the loser of the winners finals.
Yeah, rematch again. Yeah, so Cal won last time. Let's see if there's a different results this time. I will say, something interesting I think is that Cal likes to play with their T-spins a little bit. I don't blame them, they're fun to do.
Serpent's garbage is a bit messier than Carlos had so far this game, so maybe at a slight disadvantage here.
Yeah, Serpent's struggling a little bit to reach that first well. Got to deal with one layer of cheese before they can get to the clean again. And maybe that's just going to be enough for Cal, but an unfortunate misdrop is going to slow them down a little bit. And 2 Tetris in a row is going to send a lot. Half a board. So decent amount. And Serpent Rider getting unfortunate RNG with another just 1 layer of cheese. But they seem to deal with this one better.
There's a lot of garbage to work through here. But max zone can give Serpent the room they need. Or a couple nice bits of downstacking like that may help, but a couple awkward S's there just end up not doing no good things for the stack.
Serpent Rider with a bit of a messy board, and this might be Cal's time to capitalize and get the first round over with. But
I believe Serpent ended up sending 3 attack to Cal at the end of the day, so with a lot of quick down stacking, that puts Serpent once again at a disadvantage here.
yeah, messing up the Kaidan a little bit. That hurt to see. That was on Cal's side. Serpent Rider to zone. Doesn't quite have the down stack to access that little bit of clean, but does manage outside of zone. And Cal,
does a lot of damage to tank there.
Yeah, but Cal given a huge chunk of clean, and stacks it in a way that makes it very difficult to get to it. I'm not sure if that's a misdrop. That's definitely a misdrop. And
I think they were trying to keep their future possibility of a well open, but that ended up not being able to allow them to get to the well in the first place.
Yeah. But so they've managed to get through it. But Serpent Rider with the zone now. I don't think this is gonna be a big zone. Yeah, just Cal cancelling it mostly with just a Tetris. But these piece placements aren't fantastic. But makes it work, nonetheless.
We are also well into phase 3. The zones, just like that quarter zone there, are very short, and the garbage is also very messy. But Serpent had a good line of pieces there that helped get him out of it, and now it's anyone's game.
Yeah, I think Serpent Rider was on the back foot a little bit there, but pulled themselves out of it, and it's quite an even matchup now, I think. Both in similar positions.
And if Serpent keeps up this pressure here, when they take game 1, the Calvaries had gotten a couple good pieces there with a quick end to the zone that ends up going a little bit
Yeah, Cal forced to quarter zone there. This is a really close matchup, reaching the 6-minute mark. I think it's the longest game by far. And yeah, not one of them are like showing obvious signs of being on top of each other. So perhaps we're in for a little bit longer. Or Kaidan for Kel. And STMB cave, that's very nice to see. With the Tetris, this pressure is a lot, and it's gonna be enough. Very good to see from Cal at the end there. 6 minutes and 53 seconds, almost reaching 7 minutes.
Hey, we're still doing first to 5, so these are very long games indeed.
Yeah, maybe I hoped for close matches a little bit too much. But I'm certainly
Just
not.
maybe.
Yeah, not upset to see it, but it's too close for my liking. Ooh, a few awkward pieces for Cal, just dumping them to the side. And how are they going to fix this? Oh, with a miss drop, unfortunately. And huge. Oh, I would have liked Serpent Rider to just not zone there and just pressure outside the zone, because I think that might have been enough for them. And now Cal is outside, out of that little difficult position.
But Serpent now also has all of this zone time to continue sending attacks.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been enough if Serpent didn't zone there, which is ironic because I usually want people to zone. The zone.
We want to see them big numbers.
Yeah. Nice STMB cave. Cal, STMB caves are one of my favorite setups, I think. Really, really satisfying to pull off.
Serpent very quickly used in back-to-back quarter zones. Try to get out of this, but this does look a bit too far away.
Yeah, just very close to dealing with it. Unfortunately, not able to. And 2-0 for Serpent, for Kel, sorry.
With the T-spin triple to start it off. Sends a large chunk of damage towards Serpent there. I wouldn't say it's anything either player couldn't handle. Both players now at max, and Serpent at the bottom of their board. That garbage pushes him up a little bit, but these two players are just trading blows here.
Yeah, I think the two of them are scared to zone first, so that ends up with none of them zoning. Yeah, I'd like to see someone just take the initiative and just try and take a bit, and that's going to be Cal to do that. And Serpent Rider deciding not to zone right behind, but trying to get as much damage outside of the zone to try and maximize.
really efficient zone there, and so this would take a lot of effort to counteract.
Yeah, yeah, in the meantime, Cal is going to be able to charge their zone. So maybe if they can just top their zone up, their previous zone up. Oh, maybe that's not. Maybe they don't even need to. It's over a board of garbage. Quarter zone for Serpent Rider.
19. Now more. Once again, back to. Okay, now it's very slightly manageable for garbage match, but still a really tough game.
Yeah, huge zone advantage for Cal. Full zone here. Are they gonna use it though? Are they gonna take advantage of this? The better position that they're in, or are they just gonna pressure? I wouldn't also mind them pressuring outside the zone, because Serpent Rider isn't in the greatest state right now. And we're just trying to think where to put these pieces and slowing them down a lot, and topping out as well.
Look at this, may be the penultimate matchup of these two players here. The score shouldn't the match count shouldn't deceive you. These players are quite close to each other.
Yeah, certainly. I think we've seen a few times where the scores don't accurately represent how close the matches were.
The Calder had a lot of self-made cheese there, but he's doing a wonderful job of getting out of there. And so now both these players are being somewhere around equal for current board state.
Double Tetris for Serpent Rider. It's good efficiency. Could be more efficient with teaspoons, but still quite a lot, quite high efficiency. Ooh, 3/4 of boards sent to Serpent Rider. Good combos and clean garbage as well. I wouldn't be too worried if I were them. And also, just to note that Cal's board state isn't going to be gonna let them be able to send too much as well, as we can see by how low Serpent Rider is, and flipping the tables now, and Cal's the one that's going to be sent to a tricky position.
If Serpent can send a massive attack here real quickly, then Serpent probably could have won the match right then and there, but I think Cal's just barely gotten out of that. It's back to anyone's game.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a big zone from Cal, and Serpent's board isn't in a great position to defend against it. A few holes in it, so they're not going to be able to get those Tetrises that they need to get the damage, but a D-spin is going to be good. And yeah,
ooh, that's just about equalized, and all of the zone and whatever may have been corrected before the zone, so the phase 3 has just begun, so it's down to the wire at this point.
Yeah, Oh, misdrop on Serpent side. Let's see how they fix it. Yeah, that's a decent fix. Oh,
Serpent had a nice. Serpent got a really nice Tetris there, taking advantage of garbage and Aliwa's J piece together to get that. Now it's just a little bit of down stacking to do while Falcon go full power in the zone.
Oh, the zone meter is going down so fast, and Serpent's only going to be able to clear 6 lines, but was going to negate most of it. But a misdrop after is not going to help them at all. I feel like they would have been able to carry on if they hadn't misdropped, so that was a little bit unfortunate there. Match point for Cal.
Oh, with the nice T-spin triple there. Always fun to see. Sent a little heart along with it. Wonderful.
Ooh, with the flame T-spin chance. There we go. Cal found it. Serpent Rider versus Zone. Oh wait, no, he wasn't. That's my bad. I'm sorry, I'm not paying enough attention. Ooh, not quite able to get any higher than 18. They were in a position to get a bit higher zone lines, but RNG didn't let them.
It's a lot of garbage for Serpent there. It's phase 2, so it's a little bit messy, and that little bit of messiness may just be what ends it right here.
Yeah, but gonna be able to cancel most of it. Cal's just trying to just keep up the pressure, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be quite enough. And we continue on. Oh, DT coming out of Cal. If they can figure it out, there we go. That was nice to see, but Serpent Rider managed to downstack their way down to the bottom of their board in the meantime.
Very quickly, Serpent was once again put to the top of their board. And this zone could be very powerful if
yeah, if RNG wants to let them get the right pieces. Oh, that became perfectly cancelled. Yeah, I feel like it. I think it did cancel like perfectly.
There was a fun little chime indicating
greedy SMB came coming out of Cal. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine now, but wow, that scared me quite a bit. Oh my, Cal is just going for the greedy plays, and it's mostly working. Oh, misdrop. That might be it for Cal. Unless they can get a miracle zone, they're not. Got a quarter zone with that one line, and you're just beginning to think, is Cal going to be able to get out of this?
Very lucky zone charges seem to dictate that. Quite possibly.
Yeah, Cal hanging on by a thread. I'm very surprised they're not dead yet. Excellent survival coming out of them.
Just one wrong move from either player could end it very quickly, but both of these players are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, and Cal's managed to downstack to about halfway up their board and continuing to go down. Ooh, but this zone might be huge coming out of Serpent Rider if they can manage the right downstack solution.
You can't get the T over there. It's sad. Not available to spin. Cal wants to now not
Cal go
misdrops. Yes. Horribly.
Well, I think they had a single if they did put it up, but it seems like Cal is just going for the greedy plays rather than just trying to downstack. And it's working out for them. It's certainly making me a little bit uncomfortable watching it. They haven't died yet, so it's obviously working.
Both of these players are approaching some level of fatigue with how long the matches are.
That you survived that. Okay. I think Cal was a little bit scared, but because that one line cleared, it pushed them down the line and they survived. Yeah, just Cal's gonna have to use the time serpents in zone to try and downstack, but they didn't quite manage. Water zone now, T-spin within it. That's gonna cancel a little bit of it, but the combos coming out of Serpent is gonna be a lot. And surely you think now that this won't be enough.
Another quarter zone now.
Yeah.
This may be it though, because quarter zone I do takes 6 lines to charge up. And yeah,
it's gonna be enough.
Serpent takes a match.
Yeah, no sweeps today, which I again also think that is well deserved, because it certainly wouldn't feel like a sweep if it was.
There have been sweeps, just I don't think between these two players has there been a sweep. Now we're back to early game, phase 1, Team Garbage, and Serpent having a very large Tetris roll to work from. The Cal on the other side has a little bit of garbage to it, a little bit of cheesecake food, but cleans it up nicely now.
Yeah, an awkward situation there, but manages to get out of it.
Both of these players with max zone, somewhere around the middle of the board. Though Cal has the advantage here as they don't have incoming garbage that they have to defend through their zone.
Yeah, I think I saw an Imperial Cross coming out of Cal. And Serpent struggling with that eyepiece a little bit. And a lot of garbage on Serpent's side. No quarter zone, but chunks are reasonably large. Okay, gets the quarter zone and decides to zone now. Oh, it's not able to cancel enough of it. And that might be it. I think it is.
That'll do it.
Cal winning 5-1. I was about to say convincingly because of the score, but obviously it wasn't. It felt much closer than it was. Very long game there. A few very close matches.
Nothing quite like a few long matches to fight to stay in the bracket. As Kami Star has successfully done.
Wow, that was a match. And now it's going to be Daniel and Oxford. I'm expecting another very close match. I'm spoiled with close matches today.
We've got ourselves top 2 seeds here. Daniel swept their previous opponent, and Oxford didn't, so this will be very interesting how this will turn out.
Yeah, another just into it again. Yeah. Is this first to 5 or is this
It's all first to 5.
Wait, including finals? Grand finals?
Okay, I'm wrong. Finals are first to 6.
6? 6 is a weird number.
It is a bit of a weird number. I can double check that in the actual official rulings where this match goes on.
Okay, I will commentate this, I suppose then. Yeah, just huge amounts of damage going to either side, and Oxford gonna zone first. Yeah, good down stacking. Very high up on the board. Can't quite get the T-spin there. And Daniel to retaliate here. And both zones cancelling perfectly. Nice SDSD find from Daniel. Both played with max zone, and yeah, there we go. Daniel deciding to pop zone. Very efficient. Oh, that misdrop S piece. They're gonna be able to convert it into a T-spin there, so not quite a bad misdrop, but still could have led to a more efficient zone. And yeah, Oxford. Oh. Daniel caught off guard there. Just I think also a misdrop and near identical stats identical DPM and slightly higher for Daniel in terms of APM. And oh, we've got Daniel's unfamiliar T-spin opening.
Okay, so it is first to 7, it's just that Battlefy just doesn't support that high number. Those players with high zones here.
Yeah, and about half a board sent to Oxford. And ooh, that T piece is a little bit awkward for Daniel. Good clean up there. Yeah, no biggie. Such a close game between the two of them, with just both of them just sending T-spin after T-spin. And ooh, awkward SZ pieces for Daniel, and that's gonna end their zone a little bit prematurely. Oxford cancelling most of it outside of zone. So that this zone is going to be quite huge if they can get that big zone. But ooh, those two eye dependencies is going to slow them down a little bit.
Garbage reflected back at Daniel, but Daniel did manage to get 3/4 of his own in that time, and therefore can make this really powerful. But an uncomfortable SRS on the eye ended that zone early, a little bit early as well.
Yeah, Oxford able to get that half zone. This defense might be a little bit easier than a quarter zone. Still quite a lot of garbage in there.
It's even phase 3 garbage as well now, since Daniel has hit the 60,000 barriers.
Yeah.
This will take a lot. That just will do it, and Daniel takes game 2.
Yeah, very, very, very well played by Daniel there. Just keeping up the pressure, like while Oxford was trying to deal with the zone damage. No PCO, unfortunately.
Both players remaining relatively clean here early on, and taking full advantage of the garbage walls that were being given by phase 1 and its neatness.
Yeah. Oh.
But a quick this drop.
I think that actually helped them a little bit, because it sent the damage sooner, and it was enough. Wow, Daniel, that very efficient. That's like what, like 9 AP, like I don't know what the stat is, but over 1 APP again. That was crazy.
Nice C-spin for an opening. Both players with the max zone, and Oxford will pop first and get a very quick 12 lines out of that.
There might be a potential curb somewhere, but unfortunately not going to go for it.
Daniel opts to not take any of the incoming garbage and just build from the ground up, which will take quite a while, and so the zone up high there's just not as much time to think about where the pieces are going, and when that time limit comes down.
Yeah, but Daniel managed to make it work. But Oxford just keeping up the pressure, trying to get Daniel to top out after that zone, but unfortunately not being able to.
Both of these players, again with next zone, big debate over who pops first and what advantage or disadvantage will that give to each player.
Just high zone lines coming out of Oxford. And also out of Daniel, 2 lines being sent to Daniel. Yeah, just basically like identical positions between the two of them.
These players are making some fun matches to watch, however close they may be. Daniel taking full advantage of the full zone meter in phase 3 to try to get something big here. And Oxford has all the time in the world, but all the time in the world ends up not being very much time when we're dealing with phase 3 shortened zones here.
Yeah, just I think they knew that, so they just tried to sprint their zone, try and clear as many lines as possible with Tetrises.
Well, after that zone, both players ended up canceling each other out fairly closely. And now Oxford has pushed quite a few lines of garbage onto Daniel's side board, but it's nothing too much.
Daniel is pretty high up with a whole lot of cheese under their stack. And this zone is going to be huge coming out of Oxford. And only a quarter zone to defend for Daniel. It's, a few misdrops and deciding to top themselves out.
The line of misdrops ties up the set and basically makes this first to
Wow, this is such a close game. PC coming out of Oxford. And Oxford's in a bit of a tricky position, gonna have to quarter zone.
It takes this time to do a half zone of his own. You try to pressure Oxford a fair bit here. It looks like it seems to be working there.
Yeah, it's gonna force Oxford to zone. In the meantime, Daniel can charge their zone to top up previous zone. Oh, but huge zone damage. Oh, maybe not as big as I thought. And now Daniel with the half zone of their own again. With T-spins within the zone, this is, I think, gonna be big. 38 lines out of 16. And quarter zone coming out of Oxford, but double Tetris in it. So,
and one thing to keep in mind is that non-full zones do have diminishing returns over their full counterparts, as having a full zone gives a significant bonus to using it with a full zone rather than with even 3/4 zone.
Yeah. And both with max zone now, and Daniel's gonna pop theirs. Ooh, awkward pieces. It's just a little bit unfortunate, and manages a decent down stack with those. But Oxford's gonna try and get as much damage as they can within the zone. And ooh, 3/4 of a board of garbage. And Daniel's gonna zone and okay, yeah, just back and forth. Just
this is really the true zone battle here. These players are zoning to defend themselves against each other.
Yeah, I don't even know what to watch. There's like so much going on.
Watch whichever screen is glowing at a particular time. Oxford was one single meal away from perfect here. You hate to see it.
That really does suck. I don't think it's possible to get a PC if you've got like 1 meter missing because of parity, like it's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have odd parity, you cannot get a PC until you get garbage that cuts for it.
Oh, Daniel being pressured here, and Oxford knows that Daniel isn't in a great position, so they're going to zone. Huge, very fast zone, sending lots of lines. And 18, 42, and 3/4 zone for Daniel to defend against. And yeah, not clearing too many lines. Yeah, over a board still, and wow. Well played by Oxford, taking the lead now.
These players are having incredibly close matches here.
Yeah, I'm exhausted from already. Just a lot of games.
We've still got losers finals and grand finals to win.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Daniel had what appeared to have possibly become an STSD, and instead just going through it a little bit, and now has a good chunk of zone to go through.
Yeah, not setting too much actually with that zone. And I think Oxford's trying to cancel as much as the outside side of the zone, which is a good strat to try and optimize, squeeze out as much juice out of their own zone. Where, is there an ulti? There's an ulti. Oh, I think if they use the S,
there would have been an ulti. They would have held and taken out the S piece, and then used that in conjunction with the I.
wow, very good downstack path for Oxford. Just really efficient. Well, actually, no, not much so. I thought that was going to be quite a lot more. I think that was like half zone or something.
Daniel does have a max zone meter, so let's see what he'll do with it. More accurately, when he'll do something with it. With a large amount of time and not having to worry about playing 25, which they can play quite efficiently. You got a good 45 attack out of the deck of use. With a bit of a misdrop there on Oxford's side, Daniel may take this and once again tie up the set.
Yeah, very close game. Actually, like a set where the score accurately represents how close the games are. Flat top TKI from Daniel, so LST maybe? It looks to be so, which is exciting.
Daniel doing some backwards 60 here, keeping the board nice. With max zone, this could be very powerful against Oxford zone, which ends in an ulti here, with 51 attack ulti compared to 46 for Vectors, but with everything that Daniel is doing out of zone, they ended up being about equal in there. Daniel using the next full zone quite quickly after they get it. Seeing what they could do with this time here.
Yeah,
but
trying to get the Tetris. Yeah, didn't quite get it there. And Oxford counter zoning now.
Daniel had a bit of an advantage there, not only having max zone, but also having a good amount of the board built up there. But Oxford sent a lot of garbage.
Yeah, all the way to the top now, but good downstack combo to get a bit more zone charge and 3/4 zone now. Yeah, wow, just really close, and Oxford now, ooh, huge misdrop with that eyepiece. And that's going to add a bit of their own cheese to the cheese that Daniel sent, but deals with that. And yeah, both at the bottom of their board. Yeah, just practically identical boards. As I say that though, Oxford sending quite a bit to Daniel, and clean stack in the zone. This is looking to be quite a big one. Oh, 25 attack out of 12. Not quite as big as I would have hoped, but
Both did 25 and 12, so equal
Yeah, just,
as far as individual zone power, but the state that their board is in before and after zone is making the difference that could end up swinging the game either way.
Oxford starting their zone with the double Tetris, so this should be a big zone. And what Daniel just trying to downstep within their zone. I think, yeah, it's going to be Oxford to take this round. And we're on match point. Are we going to see Daniel tie it up, or are we going to see Oxford taking this to get to grand finals? Should popping zone first. Very high up. Oh, ulti. Well played. Only a 40 attack out of that ulti. So definitely counterable with Daniel's zone. Well, clears off a single to begin with. They have the time to be efficient in phase 1 zone. But deciding not to. Perfectress coming out of Daniel, and you're seeing a lot of garbage.
Way too much garbage there, and just like that, Oxford comes away with the win.
Wow! Oh my God, these games are just ridiculously close, and we're gonna see Daniel in the lower bracket again against, was it Serpent or was it Cal? I forgot.
We get to see, yeah, a familiar face.
Wow, that's astounding. That's just really close. I'm not sure if I have it in me to watch like two or three more close games.
So you're saying these games are too close?
Yeah, they're too close. I go back on my I am exhausted. Like, these are the kind of games that you just want to sit and appreciate.
Clicking is really hard, apparently.
What is, sorry?
Pressing the right button.
I think I got a bug. Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna have to leave. Well, that sucks.
Well, it was fun commentating with you.
Oh no, I meant like a game,
Oh, sure.
I'm still here.
The game just broke.
Yeah, you can't get rid of me quite yet. Oh,
you still got a bit more energy in you.
Yeah. Okay, so Cal is in another ranked match. So we're gonna be waiting for that.
It is currently match point between the two players, though, as I'm monitoring the stream.
Yeah.
I can commentate the ranked match.
Yeah, let's do like a radio commentary, but like we have to describe everything instead of like a video commentary. Okay, ready? Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, Cal
is built up quite high. Got 17 attack there.
Yeah.
As their opponent is currently in zone at 8 right now. Cal did a T-spin double there.
Yeah. Ooh, misdropped J piece as they're trying to figure out where to put an L piece, but deciding to.
The opponent got a Dodecatrix, took a few lines of damage.
I think we're at different points
Cal
in the
has
stream.
a good advantage here. Cal is cleaning up fairly nice here. Cal is now around the bottom of the board as their opponent is near the middle with a few more lines of garbage. As we are in phase 3, garbage is very messy, and now Cal's opponent has more than half a board of this very messy, cheesy garbage. Cal with another T-spin double, increasing their hold on the game. And their opponent had a bit of a misdrop there, leading Cal to still be able to be down near the ground as their opponent has to. The opponent tops out here. Cal wins their ranked match set.
Yay! That was good commentary. I think I was ahead of you in that stream.
Yeah, you probably are. My internet's just constantly been terrible the whole time, so.
Okay. Okay, both players in the lobby now, and
here we go.
Yes. Oh, losers finals. Winner goes to grand finals, and loser gets kicked out. This is first to 5 as well, right?
This is also first to 5.
Okay.
Starting out with mirrored setups there.
Yeah. Oh, Cal. Good Elmas drop. But cleans up nicely.
This is, in fact, a new matchup. These two players have not competed against each other in this bracket yet. Then you had a bit of a misdrop with S-piece, but snuck a T-piece underneath it to clean it up. And Cal is now very high on their board with 2 Tetrises coming right back to back as they start zone.
Yeah, that's gonna help them a lot with the damage that they're gonna output. Ooh, I think they had an ulti there. Yeah.
So Daniel does his own of their own. So far has 14 and set up for another T-spin here. Just barely gets the team time, but yeah, it'd be tough to get anything like that.
Ooh, that read coming out of Cal. Sorry. This really risky plays coming out of Cal. We've seen that like throughout the whole tournament. And nice little down stack there, ending with the Tetris.
Good combo, put him right back into contention. And now both players are, for the most part, even though Daniel was waiting on a T-piece for what may have been just a bit too long. Daniel zones, and if we get the right number of eyepieces at the right time, could make marvels out of this zone. It's just enough to get a 13 lines out of it, but now Cal on the other side has to do a bit of work to dig down.
Yeah, Cal navigating through the cheese quite well. And nearing phase 3 now, both players with near identical scores.
Nine lines didn't really send much, but this time out of the zone could impact this. And we have now entered phase 3. With both players being above 60,000 points, and the garbage being messier than before.
Nice SCSD coming out of Daniel, but Cal's got a huge clean board, just 7-2, and like the potential damage coming out of that is so massive, but unfortunately can't quite squeeze all of the damage that was there. All potential damage, what I meant to say.
These players are trading zones, but it seems like Daniel may come ahead with a bit of a lead here. That was a little bit of a fair bit of garbage here to work through, and but they're both at about the same amount of zone, and now currently in both equal position as well.
TS, wow, Cal just got a
T-spin triple from Cal push Daniel off of the board for Cal's first match victory.
This is looking to be another close game.
Daniel setting up for the STSD pattern where you clear a T-spin double in the way you would a T-spin triple in order to create another T-spin double hold. And Carl with a very large dwell there that ended up requiring the zone in order to save.
Yeah, misdropped their overhang a little bit unfortunate. It's okay. And just there, well, just extended again with that incoming damage. A potential curve, maybe? I don't think there was one. Even if there was IRS. Oh, TST coming out of Cal.
Using the T-piece to create the TST, that's not what you'd see every day, but the next T-piece was coming very quickly, so that worked out well.
Yeah, and also something to note is that Daniel was in zone, so no damage was gonna come anyway. But yeah, just something to keep in mind that you can't send damage while in zone. Nice little prophecy coming out of Cal. Just getting that T-spin double with after burning a line.
Daniel misdropped a T-piece when we were working for T-spin double, and they decided at that moment they were going to start the zone for that. So 13 plus 30 attack. So it's not insurmountable, but it's a little bit that has to be done to get out of it. And we enter phase 3 once again. Daniel decides to pop a half zone to try to get out of a bit of a sticky situation here. Good T-spin single and Tetris followed by a really nice combo there, 7 combo. Puts Daniel right back into a good lead position here. And we're back to tied 1-1.
Is it bad that I want to sweep?
Too bad, you didn't get a sweep this time.
Oh, I can't get what I want. That garbage spawned like in the worst spot for Daniel, I think. Like the eyepiece, just like directly under the eyepiece.
Taking full advantage of this half zone here. They're a very powerful 18 lines doing 35 attack. But with Carl on the other side having a full zone and getting some really nice garbage there, it's not going to take much more to defend against that.
Yeah, Daniel just clearing Tetrises while Kel zone's trying to get the zone charge and the damage to try and offset that the incoming damage, and manages to get full zone now. And are we going to see them zone soon, perhaps?
Only takes their quarter zone before Daniel takes his max zone there.
Yeah, this could spell disaster for Cal. With unfortunate misdrop, they're gonna have to downstack that. Daniel's still building up the zone. 44 attack.
Very powerful.
Yeah, and this has to be a big zone coming out of Cal, and someone manages and gets the damage to about half a board. So manageable, but still very difficult, especially if they can't get the quarter zone. So Daniel now taking the lead.
Started out with the exact same first T-spin setup, but
yeah,
they're still keeping a similar pace here.
Yeah, both with LST. That's interesting. Nice to see. Oh, beautiful prophecy coming out of Cal, and an STSD as well. Great setups, but ooh, the pressure coming out of Daniel is really high and almost enough. Quite though. Oh, it still might be. Yeah, forcing Cal to quarter zone there. Had a DT, I think, but didn't want to go for that.
And with this, Daniel may be able to take full advantage of this in full zone to do a lot more damage. Yeah, 48 attack, which may spell doom for Cal here, but with a good amount of down stacking and tanking some garbage. That was nullified and it's back to anyone's game.
Ooh, misdropped eye from Cal. That's gonna cut their damage a little bit short.
A little bit of self-made cheese there, does not help whatsoever. And with Daniel having nearly a full zone meter.
Oh my god, Cal is so close to topping out. Oh no, Daniel, that's unfortunate. I would have liked to see, that's probably another moment where I would have liked to see damage outside of zone, instead of zoning. But if it's a big enough zone, I get it still works. I think that a game would have ended then and there.
And this does now count as a phase 3 zone for Kofi, which means shorter zone and messier garbage.
Yeah, Cal's going to be able to cancel that quite well, and well, we can't drill on the fast, so move on. Ooh, misdropped L piece there. Yeah, cleans it up well. Oh, but that little bit of damage was almost enough for Kel to top out. Not quite though. As Kel continues to survive, which they seem to be quite good at.
Now both players have a max zone, but Kel has to use it to defend rather than to attack.
Yeah, huge combos coming out of Daniel, and are we going to see a zone of their own soon perhaps? Yes, there we go. Hoping for this to be big. It seems like they are getting the efficiency and the lines.
Good 36 attack there, and Carl only has a quarter zone and a quarter of the board to work with.
That's it.
That puts it in Daniel's favor.
3-1 for Daniel now, and 2 more to get back into grand finals. If there's a bracket reset, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Daniel, with that really interesting opener that I'm really curious on what it is. It just so happened to become a C-spin at the end.
Yeah, that one row of garbage like spawned perfectly. That's like, I don't know, like a paid actor or something.
You'll love to see it.
Full zone for Daniel, but Cal's going to be able to charge their own zone up in the meantime. STSD though, nice find.
Just all of the attack that Daniel had done before zone that had given Daniel a lot of time to build up zone and therefore could send a very large zone. Where now Cal has to recover from this, but is doing so well because of a low board when the garbage did come. Just like that, that was pretty much the top of their board there, and this looks like it could be strongly in Daniel's favor.
Yeah, half zone coming out of Daniel, and it might be a little bit overwhelming for Cal, but managing to downstack in the meantime, and it just seems very manageable now. Daniel with a lot of damage at the bottom of their board. There we go. Match point for Daniel. Well, very high efficiency and also speed.
There Daniel is once again with the BT. And sending a lot of attack in both directions from this early game. Daniel had just the right timing of a combo, get down nicely and use this max zone for a very large attack.
Cal's gonna have to try and retaliate here. Ooh, awkward pieces covering the well a little bit. But managing to find a path down, albeit using singles, so not quite as efficient of a zone as they would have liked.
And with all that damage that Daniel got after the zone, that does put Daniel out a fair bit of enemy damage.
Yeah, oh, Daniel's got a pretty clean well. If the awkward P sequence is gonna put that O in a weird spot. Managed to get a T-spin out of it.
And Feather takes a full meter zone, cuts it a bit abrupt to get a T-spin instead, but that sends a lot of damage towards Daniel, which was fairly clean given it was in phase 2, but now since Daniel is in phase 3, this may...
Ooh,
and just like that, Daniel is back to grand finals.
Well,
once again against Oxford Valley here.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very close game. Fast to 7 as well. I'm expecting that game to go on for quite a while.
Yet we get to have a first to 7, which Battlefy refuses to believe can happen. So I really hope this doesn't go beyond 11 games long.
We can...
But thanks to Call Me Star for coming out here and playing this tournament today. As we get ready for the finals.
Yeah, Cal played very well for the bracket, the whole bracket. So they made it to third. So that's like nothing to scoff at. And yeah, for grand finals time, Daniel versus Oxford. Already saw them before, 5-3 in favor of Oxford. So what Daniel needs to do is win the first to 7, and then that's a bracket reset, and then has to win another first to 7. So not easy for Daniel, but certainly doable.
And don't forget, Daniel was just in the losers finals, and so maybe experiencing a little bit of fatigue as well.
Yeah, also might be on a bit of a high after winning that game, so we'll see. We don't know what Daniel's going through, but it's one or the other, I'm assuming. Or maybe none of them. But we'll see how that affects their gameplay going into this. It's been a long day.
Daniel with... Now what I'm just going to go with is his signature move here.
Daniel's opening, is that what it's called now?
Sure, why not?
Oxford going with just a 9-0 there, and ooh, sending a quick burst of damage to Daniel. Going all the way to the top, zoning at the top, gets eyepieces, so all's well, and decides to set up a T-spin rather than go for more zone lines. And Oxford's turn to zone. This Oxford deciding to go for zone lines, and receives a little bit of garbage, but it's mostly clean. So
I mean, Daniel's been just doing his own thing, keeping clean as much as possible, though Oxford has been keeping up a bit of pressure the whole time. Daniel has a max zone, and Oxford has also just gotten that, but with Daniel's misdropped J there, it'll hurt a little bit.
yeah, 33 attack. Could have been higher, but we'll see. Oxford should be able to cancel it. Yeah, and sends about half a board to Daniel, who was thinking about the S50. You could see that. Didn't quite follow through with it.
His STS speed thoughts are quite similar to my TST thoughts.
Which are?
If I see a very particular formation, a lot of the time I want to make a TST out of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. 32 attack coming out of Oxford. All Tetrises out of Daniel. This should offset quite closely, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
and with this now being phase 3, garbage is going to be messier between the two of them.
Yeah, but Oxford was gifted with a little bit more cleaner garbage than what Daniel's got at the moment, and it's going to be a difficult downstack for Daniel and Oxford now as well. Nice cancelling from Daniel. Ooh, that J's gonna be difficult for the eye, but manages to slide the eyepiece across. Ooh, and a misdropped L is gonna make things a little bit difficult for Daniel, and got to cancel about half a board of damage with combos mostly, and a bit of cortisone as well, but didn't get the opportunity to use it, as wow, those stats are quite close to each other. Oxford taking an early lead. Oh, did we change this to first assembly?
I do not know, but what I do know is I can keep track.
Oh, that T-piece out of Daniel is not great, and it forces him to skim a little bit, but good downstack brings them to the bottom of their board. Oxford, though, has the opportunity to send a lot of damage, but Daniel's charging their zone. And, well, they don't even need to use it. Color clear, unfortunately. Not quite a PC.
Had they gotten the pieces just a little bit earlier, or Oxford ended the zone a little bit later, that would have been a PC. Which could have easily turned the tides.
Yeah, mid-game PC is always a great thing, especially in TC when the garbage doesn't come out so clean. Yeah, just something to keep in mind. Zone now for Daniel, and it's looking to be an efficient one. And good burns, 40 attack, and good downshaft path for Oxford. And I believe that should be enough to cancel it. Yep.
These two are just fighting with the zones for as long as they possibly can, it seems.
Yeah, they're really close in terms of like basically everywhere. I feel like not one of them has like a clear advantage in like a particular like segment of the game. They're like pretty even everywhere. Ooh, Oxford. Okay, I thought that was gonna be a low. Oh, okay. Well, Daniel manages to pressure outside the zone to top Oxford out, and we're tied. I hope it's not just like a back and forth thing, because oh my god, it's okay. I'll stop complaining.
Okay, for Battlefire reasons, I'll just pretend that didn't exist and this is actually a first to 6. But, Daniel doing the classic Daniel opening again.
Yeah.
There's almost certainly an actual name for that, but how would I know anything?
Are we gonna go on like the hard drop wiki and look at every single opening to find it?
We're probably not at... I mean, probably just asking that for games or something.
Do you wanna try and like guess the name, like what an appropriate name for that opening is, and ask Daniel at the end and see who's like closer?
I would guess that it's something or other with like extended BT or something.
That's actually a pretty descriptive name, but Oxford in the meantime is gonna quickly get a game, less than a minute, so nice to see some a pace change there. Are we gonna see Daniel's opening? Yes, we are. Okay. Oh, I don't know what that would be called. It's like a 3 or 4 bag setup opening, and that's like quite big.
The real question is, can it end in a perfect clear?
I haven't seen a perfect clear come out yet, so I assume no. There might be a small chance though.
It is also a very long sequence though, so...
Yeah.
It could be that most of the time that perfect clear is just not worth it due to like bag position or board state or something.
Yeah, perhaps there's like different variations of it that we're not seeing. We're only seeing like the DT variation. But yeah, that's definitely an opening that I'd look into. I could be bothered learning anything. Oh, Daniel's on the back foot here. Oh, okay, certainly now with that top out. Oxford extending the lead to 3-1. Is this where it starts to get away from Daniel? Or are we gonna see Daniel just claw back? Oh, it's Mr. T-Spin. We're going for Daniel. Okay, so Daniel's listening to us.
The D in DT stands for Daniel.
Yeah. I've actually heard of that opening. I just didn't know what the opening was. I'm still gonna call it Daniel's opening. Maybe we can rename an opening now. Call it Daniel's opening.
I sort of had a fairly quick perfectress there that means that Daniel has a lot of garbage to receive here. Not the most, not the most friendly, but with enough effort, could be worth it.
Could have extended that zone a little bit with Iris. Oh! Oxford 4-1 lead now. Now that it's getting away, I wish for a close match. We're like so close to the end and it would be kind of a shame if it got away.
We've got a double PC start, but I don't think either player gets it. Both players staying clean in the first 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
A bit of a up there.
Turns it into a 4-wide.
Yeah, turn this into
T-spin mini
epic
single.
4-wide.
That was a good. Yeah. I'm not sure if the T-spin mini gets boosted from combos.
T-spin minis are worth nothing on their own, but they count for back-to-back. So, would that have been a back-to-back related situation that would have got a bonus?
I kind of, like, I don't know why, but I kind of wondered if, like, T-spin, like, minis, like, actually sent, like, a really small amount, but so it rounded down to 0. But then if you, like, comboed it, like, it sends, like, a little bit, like, actual damage. But that, now that I think about it, that's, like, a stupid idea.
Yeah, and combos are worth only what the combo table dictates, plus whatever that particular line queries.
It would have been cool if,
I
like,
don't think there are any fractions.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see, like, if, like, damage was dictated by an algorithm. I don't know, that just seems, like, really neat.
Like a mini T-spin 1 combo would send a line even if it didn't come for back-to-back kind of thing.
Yeah, but probably a bit more than 1 combo, I feel like. Maybe, like, 2 or 3, I don't know.
Well, 1 combo is worth 0 on its own, and the mini T-spin is worth 0 on its own.
Oh, yeah, true. Actually, yeah, maybe like 1 line out of that would be kind of cool.
The 4-wide into a 5-wide?
5-wide is the best. Well, change my mind. Oh, almost PC.
Oh, that was so close to a PC. That would have been PC.
Yeah.
And now it's a lot of garbage that Daniel has to work through.
Oh, the pressure coming out of Oxford is just a lot. Oh, Daniel's really struggling to get the right pieces in the right spots. And good downstack comboing to get the zone charge, and full zone for Oxford. While Daniel still has quite a bit to downstack through. So I'm beginning
Oxford may take this.
Yeah, just needs a miracle downstack here. Doesn't quite get it. Unfortunate from Daniel. 5-1 now, and are we gonna see? Okay, it was changed.
It was set up correctly. Hooray!
Yay! Oh, no PCO from Oxford.
Both players with max zone quite quickly in this game, 30 seconds in.
Yeah. Oh. Daniel didn't get the right pieces, and yeah, had to displace it somewhere.
It was a bit of an awkward elbow to deal with.
Yeah, just singles in this zone. This is not
disadvantage here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great zone. Yeah, it doesn't even like cancel the damage that Oxford sent outside of zone. Now it's Oxford's time to zone, and already so much more efficient than Daniel's one. But Daniel's been charging zone in the meantime, already with full zone now. So that previous zone was negligible. Oh, huge chunk coming out. Oh, decides to tank it as well.
That may not have been a good thing to take, because this is right down to the wire here, and with no zone,
yeah.
that means Oxford takes another game.
Match point now. Daniel's gonna need to pull out 6 for the bracket reset. Oxford definitely looking taking this like in his stride, I feel like. Perhaps the fatigue is setting in for Daniel. This is like his 3rd game in a row. So
Daniel did get a beautiful down stack combo, but the odd parity meant more perfect realistic.
oh, misdropped J from Daniel. That's gonna stop them from getting zone charge quickly and starting their zone more quickly. I think it's interesting that oh, huge chunk. Good cancelling though, and good tank as well. Oh, Daniel's just trying to cancel all this outside of zone. Well, most of it at least. And did manage to.
Daniel did a lot of tanking there, and did the right amount of healing to keep it all low, and so although it's right back up to the top of the queue, Daniel may be able to survive just a bit longer after this. And just like that sends Alex to be a 12-line chunk there that Oxford has to defend, as well as whatever Daniel sends now.
Yeah, just Tetrising now, just getting the damage out and the zone charge up. So yeah, but Oxford seems to be managing quite well, using the garbage that Daniel sent to send it right back, and Daniel's so high up. I'm starting
Daniel
to think...
also got a bit unlucky with miscrapping there, so a couple more lines are needed to get clean, but yeah, both players are still at the bottom of the board here. We're more than 2 minutes into this game now, and fast approaching phase 3.
Oh, sets up the SMB cave, but so SMB cave donation with a misdrop. Oh no! Oh come on!
It's a very rough misdrop to deal with. So
that might just be it. That's so unfortunate out of Daniel. It's like played so well, like throughout the bracket, and just came short at the end, unfortunately. And that seems to be it for this tournament. Congrats to Oxford for winning. What? It's a lot of close matches today. Uh,
Well, in my finishing remarks, I just gotta say these were incredible matches today. Always fun to see people uh, take some time out of their day and just play some Tetris for fun.
yeah, definitely. I'm even though this is the last event of the series, and there won't be a one for a while. I think when it comes back, you should definitely join and play. Maybe even commentate if you want to, or do something like.
Well, we do have the Tetris Effect Connected World Championship coming up shortly, which
Yeah,
will be fun to partake in and fun to watch when I eventually get eliminated because I'm not that good.
I'm I'm I've joined it, and I'm hoping that the seating is good, because I know that quarter zone is like kind of broken at the moment, and like the SR thing is a little bit outdated. So I'm hoping I've been put in, like, I'm gonna be put in like a decent bracket. Um, do we have any ads or anything? No, nothing. Okay. Well, I'd like to thank Chris for commentating with me and doing the bracket stuff. Um, gonna thank Andy.
I'd like to thank Andy for staying up, uh, pulling an all-nighter for this event, just so we could go live, have this, stream it all, and have a little bit of fun here.
Yeah. Thank you, the viewers, for watching my horrible commentary. um, and also players as well, because, well, we wouldn't have a tournament without players. So that was fun. So I think that might be it for me. Yeah, I'm hungry and I will eat. So, bye.
Thanks everyone for coming to the final installment of the 2022 Tetris Effect Connected Seasonal. All the people scrolling up your screen now are the people who have put this together over the last tournament, who have commentated to have this work, who've helped out in various other events and advertised this, and who we've advertised for, and who've made the game what it is nowadays, that allow us to have such a fun few hours with everyone.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.